And now, it's time to start the second round. Now, panel, the armed guard will bring out our next question from Vice Waterhouse. Will you kindly bring out the protected question? What happened?
I ran into that bunch from College Bowl. They tried to steal our questions.
Good work, my man. Good work. All right, here's the next question. What player on a baseball team wears a catcher's mask? Do you get that? What player on a baseball team wears a catcher's mask?
By the way, is that a baseball question?
Yes.
Oh, I love baseball games. They're so, gamey.
Yes.
My father was a great baseball player.
Yeah, and you were his first error.
How did you find that out? You're terrific. You should have seen my father. Boy, was he a hitter. He got up to the bat one day, and he hit that ball, and it took off just like a bullet. Right straight up in the air. And he run to first base. And then he run over to second base. He took a deep breath, and he run to third base. Then he took a deep breath, and he run home. And he looked up, and the ball was still going up in the air. And he run to first base, then he run to second base, then he run to third base. He took a deep breath, and he run home.
Just a moment, please. He ran around the bases twice.
Yeah, it was a doubleheader.
Panel, please. You're getting away from the question. The question is, what player on a baseball team wears a catcher's mask? Yeah.
Don't look at me, Dr. Perchcone. Baseball just isn't one of my sports.
What kind of sports do you like? You like cars?
Oh, I love cars. In fact, I'm writing a book about one, my autobiography.
Autobiography? Have you got a ghostwriter?
You're kidding. Ghosts can't write.
Oh, no? What about ghostwriters in the sky?
Well, they're the exception that proves the rule. Oh, but I'm having a terrible time starting my autobiography. You know, I can't remember a thing that happened to me up until the time I was 7 weeks old.
Well, perhaps you've just forgotten.
Oh, no. If I'd forgotten anything, I certainly would have remembered it. For instance, I'll never forget the day I was born. I was so surprised I couldn't talk for a year and a half.
Miss Mansfield, I remember when I was 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, I was only 5 years old, Miss Mansfield. Think of it. I was only 5 years old.
Well, what happened?
Nothing. I was too young.
Please, panel. I don't mind a bit of levity, but this is bordering on horseplay.
Horseplay. Oh, I love to play the horses. I love to play I was at a racetrack in St. Louis one time, and I saw a horse race. Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. There was this horse, and they bring him down to the starting gate, and they put a double blindfold on him. Then they tied his front legs together, and then they chained him to the starting gate. And yet, I had a feeling that race was fixed.
How did the horse make out?
He came in first, even though he was chained to the starting gate. And not only that, the starting gate came in second. Paid $7. Fortunately for me, I had 13 tickets on the starting gate. I went to the window, picked up my $28, and then took a bus to Newark.
Just a moment. You had 13 tickets at $7 apiece, and all you collected was $8.
Right. 13 times 7 is 28.
Are you sure?
Why, of course. And the man proved it to me. And I could prove it to you if I had a blackboard.
One moment, please, students. There you are. Prove it.
I'll prove it. 13 times 7 is 28. 12. I got right away. 13 times 7. 7 is 28. Oh, I forgot to put down the time sign. 3 times 7 is 21. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 and 1 is 8. Bring down the 2, 28. There you go. 13 times 7 is 28.
Now, just a minute, if I'm not too impoverished. You cannot tell me that 13 times 7 is 28. I'll have to prove this to myself. Do you mind if I divide?
I don't care if you split. Be my guest.
All right. 28 divided by 7. 7 won't go into 2, so you bring down the 2. 7 goes into 8 one time, and you carry 1. 7 goes into 21 how many times? 3 times. Which only goes to prove that 28 divided by 7 is, 13.
That's right. 28 divided by 7 is 13.
Hold the chalk! That don't look right to me. Do you mind if I double check?
Oh, be my guest.
How you gonna double check?
I'm gonna write 13 down, Dr. Perchcombe, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That looks like a wigwam.
Thank you. Now I'm going to add them up. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Well, folks, that does it for the evening. Wave bye-bye to everyone, panel.
This is Professor Corey saying, remember, the footprints in the sands of time were never made by sitting down.
And this is Jayne Mansfield saying, always be kind to your neighbor, because someday he might live next door to you.
And this is crazy Guggenheim saying, east is east and west is west and north is north and south is south. And nothing could be fairer than that.
And this is Dr. Perchcombe, folks. I've learned a great lesson tonight. And that is, things will get much worse before they get better. Good night, friends.